You're looking for me, I'll be on the block with my thing cocked.
Possibly
Sitting on a drop now. 'Cause I'm a rider.
Yeah.
I'm a soul survivor.
Welcome to Soft Launch, everybody. Back with another amazing episode. I'm JC Mendoza.
I'm Samantha Santos.
And we're here. Samantha's got her tits out. JC's got his glasses on. We're all doing things that take us out of our comfort zone, but we're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. We just had a nice little date night.
We did have a good little date night.
And now we're here recording the podcast. We're back. A lot has been happening. Lots gone down since the last time we saw and spoke to you all. And we're going to talk about it all in our first segment.
One thing about we.
And what's one thing about you?
One thing about me is, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news.
I know. You could say it. I didn't want to be the one to say it. You say it.
But our beautiful Knicks have ended their season.
They have this season.
By choice.
By choice.
They wanted to lose.
They chose not to fucking show up that night in Indiana.
They didn't want to win. It's too easy that way.
Yeah. You know, it's
you wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
We understand. But yeah,
that was gonna be my one thing too.
Yeah, the Knicks have
departed the playoffs.
And
they've made their yearly exit.
Yeah, make zero mistake. I've checked out.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I don't either.
Yeah, I don't care at all. Not gonna watch the finals unless you're watching it and I happen to just look, but I'll be scrolling probably.
No. I'll probably
be listening to the Roommates podcast.
Oh, facts. Well,
that's just sad. I mean, we talked about it last year. I got super into it last year, and I was just as equally into it this year.
You think just as equally or more?
Well, more because it was more time. And the thing about me is I've always rooted for the Knicks. I never there wasn't much to root for.
Yeah.
So, I'd root for them if I went to a game, but they never made it to the playoffs.
No.
So, not like this. So, it just never really cared. And now I'm into it, and I just had a rookie mistake.
Yeah.
Where I was like, we're going to take it this year.
Yeah, you know what?
We're going to do it this year.
You would have been crazy not to have that energy, because I think even the most cynical Knick fan, after we beat Boston, we were like, we could go all the way this year.
Yeah.
Because one thing about every Knick fan who's sane, we looked directly past the Indiana Pacers. We thought it was
immediately.
I was not worried at all.
Me either.
I was like, we took them to 7 last year with a worse team, and then we got absolutely played out the building.
Yeah.
Absolutely played out the building.
But by choice.
Yeah, by choice, because we chose not to show up.
We didn't want to do it. No one wants to be in Indiana.
Yeah.
They didn't show up.
No, one thing about they didn't show up. They didn't feel comfortable. They said somebody pulled a fire alarm the night before Game 6 in their hotel. Since an inside job. They
didn't get enough sleep.
That's
what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Also, that's how you know that's how you know what kind of people our parents were, because we're like, our team lost, but we beat ourselves.
Yeah.
Because the only person stopping you from what you want to do is you.
Exactly. Yeah.
With Knicks fans, our team gets eliminated, and we just turn into David Goggins. We're just motivational speakers.
Yeah. Didn't know who David Goggins was.
I think he's the guy that does I don't know who David Goggins is either.
I know Brene Brown.
Who the fuck is that?
That's I feel like the woman that every therapist tells you to listen to her TED Talks, and it's like, hey, I'm paying you, not Brene.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a motivational speaker.
David Goggins like a sports guy. I think he's like the CrossFit dude. I don't even know, man.
But I was fully in.
I was as in as you could be while also being out.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Well, here's the thing with you, is that you do a thing where you think you're fooling yourself.
Yeah.
And he goes, the whole time, the whole playoffs were going on, it's just like, we're not a good team. And he's just saying that to himself to prepare himself, because he knows he's been a Knicks fan long enough. He knows how this ends.
Yeah.
And so he's just trying to get hurt a little less.
Yeah.
And what that is a trauma response.
Yeah.
You've been taken advantage of by the Knicks.
Yeah.
They have done you wrong year after year, and you just keep going back.
And I don't know how to have hope correctly, but at the end of the day, was I wrong?
Yeah.
No, I was not.
You're just protecting your heart, and you have to.
Not wrong in my response. The things that I was saying, don't make it seem like it's just this ridiculous thing of me saying nonsense to feel better. The things that I was saying ended up coming to pass.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. If you listen to JC, the Knicks were a college team that made it to they're a terrible team.
Horrible. They were bad all season, but they were like the best. I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? They never played well.
Yeah.
They won games. They never played well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just what it was. I felt the same way about the Yankees last year when we got to the World Series.
Yeah.
And the Yankees, I've seen them win, but I was like, this team is garbage.
Yeah.
I've watched them the whole season. They're not good. This Yankees team is pretty good.
Yeah.
Even though we just got smoked by the LA Dodgers. This team is better.
You didn't think so?
I didn't think we were going to be good, but the players are hitting the baseball.
Yeah.
Last year, they never hit the baseball. It was just Judge and Soto and fucking fuck all.
Yeah.
But this year, like, people are hitting the ball and the pitchers are throwing it and the other team isn't hitting it when they throw it, which is very important in the game of baseball.
It is. Kind of the whole thing.
You know, that's the argument to be made.
Yeah.
But I like this Yankees team more, but this Knicks team, I like them on paper, but watching them was not as fun as watching the Knicks team last year. Last year's Knicks team overachieved. This year's Knicks team still technically overachieved because we got to the Eastern Conference Finals. I didn't think we were going to get here. I didn't think we were going to beat Boston. But watching the games this year was much more frustrating.
Yeah.
What did you, because I know you don't really watch as intensely as I do. Did you?
I definitely do.
Was there a difference between the two teams?
Well,
and
definitely.
What was that difference to you?
I felt like this team felt a little more disorganized.
Yeah. They weren't as together.
Yeah, they were not as together. They were not as in sync.
Yeah.
And that's all I ever wanted.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Yeah. That's all. That's a really good one. Yeah. That's all you ever wanted. Yeah. That's all you ever needed.
Tell me what to do now.
What to do, because I want the Knicks back.
Yeah. So, and that was for the girlies.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah. So, I just thought they played messy. But I still love them. I really love them. I think they have really good chemistry.
I think
and I think Karl Anthony Towns fits in really well. I just do miss my guy.
Yeah, well, Dante DiVincenzo, of course.
Yeah.
It makes you feel better. He was playing like shit over in Minnesota. So.
Because he's sad.
Yeah. Those guys lost more embarrassingly than we did. So the two teams that traded, it was almost the greatest trade of all time if they've met in the finals. But, now it's just a trade.
Yeah.
And Minnesota has a lot of hard decisions to make, and so do the Knicks now.
Yeah. Hopefully we get Dante back. But
I don't think maybe in a 3-team. They're saying maybe if Kevin Durant gets traded to the Wolves somehow, that they would need a third team involved to like make it work. And they're saying the Knicks could potentially be that team, but I don't know how.
What would the Knicks have to give up?
I don't know. Would give up either, maybe something to match salaries and take a player like Dante DiVincenzo, but I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's just wishful thinking. I think he's gonna
and here's the thing with me is I don't want anyone to leave. I just want Dante to come.
Yeah.
So he needs to come for free.
Yeah.
Because people everywhere I'm looking online, Josh Hart. Yeah. Leave my guy alone.
Yeah, Josh Hart played like absolute garbage, though. I'm just saying it. I like Josh Hart.
We all have a days.
Yeah, but he had about 6 in a row.
He can't go.
He was horrendous. They're arguably the reason we lost. He was the worst player on the court at all times.
And I'm gonna stick beside him.
And I'm gonna stick with him. That's my man.
And that's mine.
And I saw your man. Yeah. No, Josh Hart was bad, but this is the tough part about being a fan. Now that you've like kind of been involved for 2 years. Last year it was not as much as this, but this year you're really gonna feel it. Now that we've lost, people are gonna be demanding major change.
Oh.
And that's going to be tough for you specifically because
I don't like that.
Change is scary.
Yeah,
but
I want the same exact team.
No, and you're going to face opposite. They want the coach gone. They want Hart gone. People want Cat gone. They're saying, because I don't even know if you know this, T, but Karl Anthony Towns, he has played for Tom Thibodeau before in Minnesota, and they had a huge blow up. It was Karl Anthony Towns, it was Tom Thibodeau, and it was Jimmy Butler.
Okay, I remember
Jimmy
that.
Butler, Jimmy Butler absolutely spazzed on everybody, told them they all fucking sucked.
Yeah.
And then he demanded a trade, and then Thibodeau and Karl Anthony Towns, they left on bad terms from Minnesota.
Oh, I didn't know that, T.
So now...
How dare you?
Yeah, I can't believe...
How dare you hold that out on me?
Yeah, they don't...
I like a storyline.
They've had it before, and it hasn't worked. So they had to have a talk before Karl Anthony Towns, like when he got to New York, and they had to get on the same page. And now people are calling for Tom Thibodeau's job, the head coach, but, the players, like a lot of the players love him, but now all this stuff in the media is about how Karl Anthony Towns is the problem. And people saying that that's a Knicks agenda because they don't want to let Tibbs go.
No, I don't like that.
So they're saying that it's feeling a little bit like Karl Anthony Towns or Tibbs will stay. That's what it...
Karl Anthony Towns is staying.
Well, yeah, he can't go. I agree he can't go, but they're talking about maybe trading him for Giannis.
No.
Just no?
It's just a no.
You don't like it?
Because I don't think that him and the coach have beef. People have beef.
Yeah.
And that was in third season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've moved on. It's just like Portia and Cynthia used to have beef.
Yeah, they had a reset. They had a reset dinner.
They had a reset dinner. Exactly. They took the whole crew to Grenada.
Yeah.
And they're fine.
And they aired it out.
And now everybody's good.
They're all on the same page.
Everybody's on the same page. Yeah, we'll see how it is on the watch back, but otherwise everything's fine.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but I don't like to see any changes. That upsets me a bit.
Yeah. Would you be okay seeing the coach get changed?
I don't care. I mean, I don't want him to go, but I wouldn't be as sad. I'm not as invested.
What they're saying, what a lot of people are calling for is for him to stop coaching the team and move to the front office.
Oh.
So like it would be like a promotion, but like kind of like an honorary one.
Okay.
Because I don't think he's the guy that's going to get us where we need to go.
Okay.
I think we need to bring in somebody young. We need new blood. Mm-hmm. We need somebody to come in and kind of vibe with the guys in a different way.
We need an Angela. We need an Angela or a Kelly.
Yeah. We need an Angela or a Kelly. And,
And these are Real Housewives of Atlanta references. I'm just trying to pull in. You lost David. He stopped listening a long time ago.
You know what?
And so I'm bringing in some things so they understand.
Yeah. And you know what? So what you missed was a real argument.
Yeah. What you missed is JC spiraling and having a moment and then being upset that I didn't think he was joking.
Yeah. Because I'm not. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's the Knicks are really. Even yesterday I had a tough day because like the Knicks loss it weighed so heavily, and I feel like my reaction is just delayed because before we even lost, I started drinking because I'm like, I don't even want to be around for this.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to feel the pain.
I really don't. And then today I really just didn't try. I tried not to think about it. And now I'm like here because we're talking. Now I'm confronting my feelings.
Yeah.
And this is the hard part.
This is the
work that they don't talk about. Everything's about what did your parents do to you or what trauma do you feel. Nobody ever makes a real safe space for men to be emotional about their little sports.
Yeah. I agree.
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Even if it's not a big deal, it's a big deal to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like so often in relationships, it's like, I know you don't think it's a big deal, but it's a big deal to me, and then that kind of has to be a big deal. And they make it seem like if that's the case with sports, it's silly, and I just don't think it is because I'm sad.
Yeah, I get it.
Just the truth.
I get it. It's like a show that I like that cancels, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's real. It really affects my day to day. Unfortunately, I wish it was just a fun little thing that I wish it was Housewives to me, where I just come in when it's fun and not care when it's not. But I care so much. Yeah, and it hurts.
Yeah, it does. I could sense it on you a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think for me, my biggest takeaway from the basketball season was that wearing Knicks paraphernalia. Yeah. Is that the right word?
Yeah, paraphernalia.
Wearing Knicks paraphernalia is foreplay.
Yeah, it is.
JC.
When we're playing good.
Yeah.
If you're wearing Knicks stuff when we're playing bad, it is a threat.
Yeah.
Or just a flat out bad signal that you don't want to have sex.
Yeah.
Because you're just reminded. Why would you bring that up right now?
Yeah, exactly.
But when we're playing good?
Yeah, then you're like, yeah, you love it. Some women have to wear lingerie. Yeah. I have to dress like a 6'7" basketball black man. And then JC's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you look good. Yeah, some guys want their girls to have a ball gag in their mouth. I just want Samantha like this.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Yeah.
No, it is foreplay. It just shows me that you're into what I like.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was in full Knicks gear on Saturday, and you were like, you look, and I changed.
Yeah.
I was in like a very cute outfit on Saturday, and then it was cold outside, and I was like, I need to change. And then I put on Knicks stuff, and you were like, you look so good.
Yeah.
You look hot.
It's true.
And I was literally before that, like showing skin, and you didn't say that at all.
No.
Yeah. You said, where are my clothes?
One thing about me and Timothy Chalamet, we're a couple New York kids. We just want to put bad bitches in Knicks gear. That's all we want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, because honestly, showing skin and like getting all dolled up, you're gonna do that anyway.
Yeah.
That's how you want to look good. That's what you do. You do that for you, and guys, we benefit because we see skin. But you getting dressed up for me looks a little different.
Yeah.
All right? What are you doing for me? You're going to put on my Ewing jersey. Yeah. That's just what you're going to do. That's hotter. You're getting dressed up for me.
Yeah.
Even and almost mentally when you go out there, you're not even trying to be hot. You're just doing something for me. That's hot. That's
yeah. You're like, put on this Ewing jersey and these Knicks shorts and here's the short and the strap on.
Yeah.
You understand?
Oh, shit. Yeah, man. I thought we weren't judging each other on this podcast. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny because it's just a jersey. It's also just like a full warm-up jacket.
It is. I was in like a warm-up jacket.
It's a pith hat. It's the whole nine.
I am. Yeah, I literally have to dress like a man.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you look great. Gorgeous.
You're awesome. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah. So that's my biggest takeaway from the basketball season. Now I'm like, I don't know. That's why I've been having my titties out. I've been trying to transition you. I'm like back to being a lady.
Yeah, honestly, it's a little insensitive, if I'm honest, for you to be fucking parading your body around like this at such a sad time. It's like wearing a bikini to a funeral.
Yeah.
It's really inappropriate frankly. If I'm
Frankly,
honest.
I'm offended. Yeah.
It is quite tacky. And I want to ask who raised you, but I know your parents good people. They didn't teach you this. They would know.
Yeah, they didn't raise a hua.
No, man, but it's fucking, just the ups and downs of a season. And, we pushed it a little bit farther than we did last year. I don't like how it looked, but, it could be worse.
Yeah.
And I think next year we're still, even if we do the same exact thing again, which I hope we change something.
Yeah.
But even if we do the same exact thing again, we're at least going to be good enough to be close to this position. But
yeah, I saw a tweet that said like the last three like championships were people who made it to the Eastern Conference Finals but didn't win.
Mm-hmm. The last teams from the East to go to the finals lost the ECF the year before.
Yeah.
So now, if trend is to follow suit, the Knicks are the next team up, but they got to do their part.
Yeah.
And I hope that they do. But to be fair to the Knicks, the last couple seasons I've seen nothing that indicates that they won't make either adjustments or the changes that they feel like need to be made. Because they're trying to push the envelope, they're trying to get better, they know they're in their window, and for the first time in my life I actually trust the front office to do the right thing.
Yeah.
But we'll see what that thing is. Now it's just a tough game we're playing.
It is.
Fun time to be a New Yorker though in the city. Really,
it was really
fun.
a great time. Yeah. It really was. I was saying to you, I'm like, when the Knicks were up, and like we were in the playoffs against Boston specifically.
That was crazy.
It was the most united I've seen the city since 9/11.
Yeah. And unfortunately, both things preceded tragedy. Yeah. But it was just unity. 11 was a big part of both of those things.
Yeah.
A couple towers and a couple kids from Nova. It's just, it's a magical time when the cities really come together like that.
Yeah. It really was a beautiful thing. I hope, it continues on this kind of tread of just basketball.
I hope so. But can you tell everybody the story of you leaving the show that you were at during Game 6 after the Knicks lost?
Oh,
you
on
walked
Saturday?
from barbershop to New York Comedy Club?
I think it's only funny to you, but okay.
No, but it's fun. It's just funny.
So I always say that like if I'm wearing Knicks stuff, no one ever says anything to me because I think they know that I'm doing it for you.
Yeah.
This
they know
is not
that.
a choice.
Yeah.
I've been dressed.
Yeah. Even if they see the outfit, they see the hoops, they're like, she's not a real fan.
Yeah, exactly. They say name 5 players. And so no one ever says anything to me, but I was like in a full like Knicks outfit coming from a show going to meet you.
Yeah.
And I'm walking down like a side street and I turn up on an avenue, on 2nd Avenue, and there's a guy and he's dressed like he's ready to sub in for the game.
Yeah.
He was in full Knicks jersey. And he looks at me and he's like,
right after we lost Game 6.
Yeah, right after we lost Game 6, he's like, and I just looked at him, and you have to be watching this to see it, but I just did like a typical like white person to a black guy, but it was a white guy. I just went.
Just the like it just everything was said in those two looks.
Yeah, silent exchange, but there were so many words.
And what you don't realize is how powerful that moment was for that guy in that moment, and society at large, because in that moment you weren't a woman, you were just a person,
just a Knicks fan,
and you guys didn't say 2 words to each other, but everything was communicated.
We both knew we were both heartbroken.
Yeah. But your face, it was the perfect like, I'm upset too, but I know this is worse for you than it is for you.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
that shit had me fucking dying.
It was really funny.
Yeah, it's just what it is. After the Knicks lost, right, I was hosting 2 shows that night, and the game ended right before my second show, and I had to make a decision whether to go up with the Knicks jersey or not, because I could have just taken it off. And I'm like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
I'm a New York Knicks fan. It's just gonna be what it is. And one day I'll be wearing this jersey on stage after a big win.
Yeah.
And that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be fun like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's over. It's all over, and it's just I'm so annoyed. I hate losing, but I fucking hate losing to Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah. Why don't you like him?
He's a bitch. Yeah. He's just not. He's a cornball.
He's such a cornball.
He's a corny dude. He's not even that cold.
Yeah.
Like he's good. He's a very good basketball player.
Yeah.
But he's not even that cold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's walking. He doesn't talk shit when they're losing, only when they're up. I think he's he does the most corniest shit. He should get the same heat that Jason Tatum got for doing all the corny repeated celebrations.
I think he's cornier than Jason Tatum.
He is, but like he keeps fucking getting away with it. He keeps getting away with it. Everything about him is so corny, and he waits until he wins to do it.
Yeah.
You don't hear shit from him when they lose, but every time they win, it's some little cocky, corny shit that I really don't like, especially considering like The Knicks, it's just Jalen Brunson's our best player, and he doesn't say shit whether we win or lose.
Yeah.
He's rock solid because he's a fucking professional. Tyrese is such a baby. I can't stand him.
Yeah, and then I saw his girlfriend posted like the Statue of Liberty wearing a Pacers jersey, and I was like, oh, this bitch wants to get fucked up.
It's just, I get why people don't like Knicks fans and New York, but like, I feel like with Indiana and a lot of NBA fans, people hate New York just to hate it. Just because it's like a popular thing to do.
Well, yeah, you remember when we put out a clip saying that we hate people that live in New York that say they hate New York, and then we just had a bunch of people from out of state.
Yeah, and
it's their algorithm because they probably comment on any New York related video, and they were all like, "New York sucks. I have this bedroom house," and I'm like, "Babe, this isn't about you.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck where you live."
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, it's
people just love it.
They love to hate because. And that's how you know New York, being here, living here is actually the best.
Yeah.
That's how, like, people say it's the greatest city in the world. It's, if not the great, it's close to it.
Yeah.
Because everybody's always fucking talking about it and they can't wait for something bad to happen.
Yeah.
Or their team to lose because the people are so fun and loud and lively that it's annoying to other people in other cities. So they like to see us down because they hate to see us up.
Yeah.
And that's fucking corny and I don't like it, but it's just a symbol of our greatness.
Yeah. Agreed.
Fuck the fucking Knicks. What are you going to do, man? Fun season. Got farther than I thought we'd get. Hopefully next year's even better.
Do you want to do a little spiel to them and thank them for the season?
No, I don't. I want to thank Karl Anthony Towns because I feel like I am as harsh on Karl Anthony Towns as everybody. I think Karl Anthony Towns would be a top 20 player all time if he wasn't such a fucking nutcase.
Yeah.
Like it's just little dumb decisions, but he plays hard. He plays the best he can play at any given moment. He's just like, mental lapses. It's just who he is.
Yeah.
But, I think the criticism of him being, as somebody who's also like a little bit fruity, I hate the criticism that he gets for just that because it's fun at first and then it's like very 90s.
Yeah.
It's like y'all really don't let a dude just kind of exist.
Yeah,
and I think
and
that
that's
shit is annoying.
I agree.
Because it's obviously a bunch of shit that is just naturally who he is that he can't control. It's not decisions that he's making. Like he's just who he is and like people just won't let it go.
I know.
And now that we lost, he's the person that a lot of people are turning on, and he was one of the only people that played. He played well.
Yeah, he played really well.
Like we could have asked for better defense, but like coming over, he did exactly what we thought he was going to do: play elite offense, stretch the floor, and like give us a chance. Because we have now two of the best players on the court at any given time. And I just hate that he's getting made fun of because he's honestly just because he's a little fucking fruity. And I don't like that. Or people that perceive him that way.
Yeah.
And I think the gag is people always say Karl Anthony Towns is zesty. And that's how you know they've never met a Dominican man before.
Ever.
You meet one Dominican person and you go, Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
You go after all that.
Yeah.
Y después todo eso? That's how they are. It's just what it is. Their socks aren't on. They're wearing chancletas in the post game. It's just who they are.
It's just what they.
Their moms mean a lot to them, and it's a big deal when they lose somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's their mother's boys. He plays hard. I love that guy. Even though I hate him, I love him.
Yeah.
And I want to say thank you to Karl Anthony Towns.
Awesome. And I just want to say thanks to the Knicks because it was just a lot of fun. I feel like they brought life back to the city.
Yeah,
they brought a little bit of hope.
Yeah.
And I had a great time watching. I'm excited to watch next season.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just what it is, man. We'll see where it goes, and it's just you're just gonna have to do the work in teaching me how to love again.
Yeah. I just and ultimately I just want to say the Knicks, congrats, Jalen.
Congrats, Jalen.
Well deserved.
Yeah, but, whatever. I hope the fucking Thunder curb stomps Indiana. I don't want to see them win. I know
what a pro wants, what a pro needs.
I don't want them to win that bad because I don't like them either. But like, I definitely don't want the Pacers to win.
I don't want the Pacers to win either.
Yeah, I get the logic of if we're gonna lose, you might as well lose to the team that wins that it feels justified. But no, fuck that. Fuck
I just maybe we do want them to win because then maybe Halliburton's gonna have something really corny to do at the end, and then maybe that'll make everybody turn on him.
No, when people turn on you and you're a champion, it doesn't matter. You're a champion. It's already you've done the thing already. Like the same thing. Like people don't like Kevin Durant because he left the Thunder to go to the best team in the world, and then they won twice, but he still won twice.
Yeah.
So.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do at the end of the day? Honestly, too much sports talk for me. I don't even now. Now I'm upset. I'm upset that you didn't interject like you did before. Like you should have. Yeah. Now I'm looking back and I look back to myself 15 minutes ago and I go, I'm sorry for what I said. I'm sorry for catching an attitude. I'm sorry for being sensitive. But it's just who I am.
Yeah.
And it's just a product of the Knicks not being that good that often.
I
don't know what to do emotionally, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. And as you should be.
Yeah. Do you accept my apology?
Yeah. Propose about it.
Yeah. Okay. And you know what? Yeah. And now I take it all back. You just gotta let things happen because if you keep bringing them up, it's just not gonna be as fun. it's going to feel more like an obligation if you just keep doing that, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's going to get done, but like I feel like you're not even going to be happy. You're just going to be like, could have been 10 days earlier.
And it could have been.
But motherfucker, can you support me the way you wish I supported the Knicks? Can you do it positively in this aspect? Jesus Christ.
No.
Yeah, whatever, this fucking guy. But yeah, that's pretty much our one thing. It's been a tough week with that, but everything else has been going pretty well. I've been wearing my glasses a lot.
You're wearing your glasses a lot, but not by choice.
Not by choice. No, I think
Kid's got pink eye.
I think it's still lingering a little bit.
Yeah, he's got double pink eye.
Yeah, so if we've been on a show together these last couple of weeks, go to your optometrist.
Yeah. Because he can't.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, go to a doctor. I heard you can get something prescribed from your doctor. Go get it. Tell me what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
So
go get it.
The middleman.
Yeah, go get it. Pretend to lose it and get it again.
Yeah,
and then just sell it to me.
Yeah, realistically, I don't know why they make fucking things so hard. I fucking hate America. Oh my god, I can't. But we have a bunch of things written down that we wanted to go over, but I don't really have a structure to it.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do?
Like what is our segment?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah, we're gonna call this segment because we're just gonna be yapping. We're gonna call it House Sparrow. And our bird journey has been. I mean, this guy is freaking full. Tizzed out. Put him on Love on the Spectrum.
God forbid a dude catch a vibe on the Merlin ID app.
So we've been really big into birds anyway. House sparrows are like consistent.
The most common bird.
The most common.
Planet.
They just like me for real. They just like to talk. They don't shut up. They're going from the minute the sun is up to sometimes when the sun goes down and even in the dark.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call this because we're just yapping. We're gonna call this a house sparrow segment.
This is a chirp segment. One thing that we wanted to talk to you about, listeners at home. Do you remember Ebaums World?
Yes. That's right.
Yeah.
Ebaums World. What a major part of my life.
Ebaums World, the fact that we're a couple years apart, and it meant such an important thing to you, and that impact stayed until while I was growing up as well. Yeah. And we still both remember it.
We both, because it was so big.
What's the biggest thing you remember from Ebaums World? Most impactful thing. The prank phone calls. The soundboards?
The soundboards. We used to call people with that all the time.
What was your favorite soundboard to use?
Michael Jackson was really big. Yeah.
Do you remember the first episode?
Hi, it's Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Do you remember the first episode of The Office when Michael Scott was
he doing that?
He was prank calling Ryan in the first season. He was like, "This is Michael Jackson."
Yeah, that's literally what we would do, and it'd be so funny. Some people would believe it.
Of course they would.
It's insane.
You don't have people in general, and this is something that New York does that I don't like. People act like to fall for a scam makes you a fucking moron. And that's just not the case.
Yeah.
Because you don't know a scam exists until it happens.
Yeah.
And if you're 65 years old in the fucking 90s.
Yeah, of course.
And you get a phone call, how are you to know that somebody's fucking wasting their own time deliberately over there?
Yeah. You could be 65.
If they say it's Michael Jackson, it's fucking Michael Jackson. It's the king of pop.
It's the king of pop. If you're 65 in the 90s, you're going to believe that. And if you're 26 during the pandemic, you're going to believe that somebody needs you to cash a check in a bank.
Yeah.
Because DC got scammed.
It's true. I did. Did I tell this story? I definitely told this story already. I'm pretty sure I told this story.
You're like, people that think scams, you can tell it's personal for you.
Have you never fallen for anything?
No.
Never in your life? So you're just so smart?
No, I have a mom that, one thing about me, I'm third generation New York.
Yeah.
So I don't fall for things.
Yeah.
No, I don't fall for anything.
Well, I've fallen for a little something.
Yeah.
I've gotten scammed. I don't know if Tara's ever been scammed. Gabby's got scammed.
No.
Yeah, Gabby got scammed. The person who called Gabby said that they kidnapped me, and there was a guy screaming in the back, and Gabby wired them a bunch of money.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So someone who knew you guys.
I don't think it was somebody who knew me.
How would they know about you?
We have your brother. I think they just call a bunch of people and just start fishing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's just somebody from your town that just knew who you were.
Could have been. Then Gabby called me freaking out, and I was working an NBA event in New Jersey. She's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, man. What's up?" And then she was like, "Fuck."
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, man. So maybe fuck watch your mouth when you talk about people who've been scammed.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to fuck. It's
just
not that hard to
follow. Just a couple of kids from the burbs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
And there you go, just pushing that proposal back. There you go. Because now you're just being a little mean.
Yeah.
They're being a little bit mean to me. Yeah. And I don't like it, so another day. But so prank phone calls, they were a lot of fun.
Yeah, prank phone calls were one of my favorite things. What was your favorite thing on Ebaums?
My favorite thing, and I don't know if this was as big for you. Do you remember peanut butter jelly time?
Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? There you go. There you go.
Bro, that was Ebaums World. I would watch it every day. I thought it was the funniest fucking thing. It was a banana jumping around, fucking humping the air.
Oh, I know it from Family Guy.
No, they got it from Ebaums World because it was a little digital fucking banana jumping around and humping the air, saying peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to think it was so funny.
That's hysterical.
By far the biggest thing on Ebaums World for me.
Did you ever see anything on Ebaums World which you didn't see?
I didn't even know that Ebaums World had a World Star tab until you told me.
Well, I don't know what was a World Star. I don't know what the tab was.
That type of like real shit.
Yeah.
Like too real shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was just jokes.
We would have like sleepovers and we would like prank people in Ebaums World and then like, you know, the friends that always had to do the most clicked on the tab and it was like fucking morgue pictures of like, and I'm sure it wasn't real, but it was like Tupac. I remember seeing Selena, and I was like, no, and I like could not sleep the next night.
I never saw images of dead bodies until I was like in college.
Yeah,
like real scary videos, like beheading videos and shit like that. That was in college. I did not get on Ebaums World with those.
Yeah, that was also a big thing too. Like people used to like when ISIS was at their like height and they would like just fucking drop a vid. They would just drop a reel. Yeah. And just making content. Yeah. We're truly ahead of the game. Yeah. And if they would have just focused their energy on something a little different, they could have been. They were ahead of their time.
They could fucking hack the algorithm. I'll tell you, they would not be struggling for engagement like you and I are.
No, not at all. No, but and then you couldn't even, you know what I'm saying? They didn't even have a popular account.
Yeah.
But people used to watch the videos of people being beheaded, and they'd be like, "Did you see the ISIS video?" And I'm like, No, I think I missed that one.
Yeah, skip that one.
Yeah. I was too busy watching Destiny's Child. Yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I never saw those. I never got those. Ebaums World for me was just strictly hilarious things.
Yeah.
Like maybe elementary school level humor. So I remember Peanut Butter Jelly. There was a song called Sh 55. I don't think I know that. If you remember Sh 55, drop a comment. That might just be very specific to me. Very stupid song. And then there was a prank call. You Kicked My Dog.
Yeah,
that was big. That was big on Ebaums World.
Yeah. We did that as well.
And let me tell you something about You Kick My Dog. In this very room, this used to be the computer room in this apartment. Guess who loved You Kick My Dog?
Your grandmother.
My father. Dad, if you're here, put a dog emoji in the comments. Shout out to Julio. Loved You Kick My Dog. He would make me do it for the family when they came over.
No.
And I would just be doing a poor Indian accent saying You Kicked My Dog.
That's absolutely perfect.
Maybe my intro to comedy.
Yeah, that's perfect. Your dad's like, this kid's funny.
This kid is good.
Go on here.
No, this kid's good.
This kid's good. Yeah.
No. Watch him in there. He sounds just like him.
After this, we're gonna have him order Chinese food in an accent.
Yeah. Let him give him the phone. Let him go crazy.
That's perfect.
Yeah, he used to love to kick my dog.
That's perfect.
My dad has the humor of a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
He's a very funny guy.
That's very funny that your dad was in on. My mom doesn't know what Ebaums World is. Didn't know I was ever on that website. My mom. Here's the thing about my mom.
Yeah.
She acts like everything I did that was like bad as a kid was the worst thing that I could be doing. So like prank phone calls. If she found out I did a prank phone call, it was like I had to sit through 2 hours of being scolded. And I was like, doesn't everybody do this?
Yeah.
Everybody pranks people.
What was the message if you were caught prank calling or something like that? Like
just, why are you doing that? You're not allowed to do that. You're calling people what you don't know what they're going through. But yeah, I have to sit through all that. So I never could tell my mom like, hey, this is a funny Michael Jackson thing, because she would not think that's funny.
What type of things do your mom think is funny? Like, does your mom think funny?
I don't know.
I tell you, my mom is big into the baby AI right now.
Yeah.
She loves the baby AI. That's what my mom thinks is funny. And my dad, it just, probably just the most street jokes.
Yeah.
Like, what do you call a fucking broad who walks into a bar? Yeah. My dad and your dad very similar.
I feel like your dad would love the yo mama joke.
I'm going to need you to do me a favor and read the joke your dad sent us.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Samantha's dad sent us a joke from...
Speaking of humor, my dad needs your dad's number so I can send it to him.
They should just be sending these things back and forth to each other and leave us out of it. But we're happy to get it.
All right, ready? My dad texts us on Wednesday night at 11 p.m. when he should have been making a wish.
Yeah, or a tiramisu at the very least.
He wrote, and I quote, The FDA just approved a new medication for lesbians with depression. It's called Tricoxagen.
Lillian!
You understand? Went unanswered for 12 hours, and I was like, I gotta answer this guy.
I love that because it's one thing to know that your dad thought that was hysterical.
Yeah.
I just, I wish I could have watched physically the thought process go, my daughter needs to hear this.
Yeah. Put that in your little skit.
Yeah. You know what's funny? The amount of people that really do just say that.
No. Everyone says that.
If you don't think
it's not a joke.
My dad's wedding was the big. It was a wedding, but more importantly, it was a put that in your little skits convention.
Yeah. Everybody.
Oh man.
Yeah. Use this.
Yeah. It's just funny because you can tell. For me, I know immediately that somebody feels insecure about something when they tell me to put it in their little skit, because they think me as a comedian is just the smartest person on the planet.
Yeah.
For whatever. They think I'm just hunting every person I meet for the funniest thing about their life. And when people feel that way, they're just going to start telling you things that they're insecure about and telling you to put it in your little skit.
Yeah, 100%. They'll say a word wrong. Yeah. Put that in your little skit. It's like, babe, I didn't go to college. Dog, I don't know how to properly say that word either.
Dog, I gave one of my dad's friends a compliment on his shirt. He's like, "What? You think I look like a bitch? You think I look like a girl? You think this is a woman's shirt? Yeah, go ahead, put this in your little skit. Oh, my dad's friend dresses like a woman." I'm like, I was giving you a compliment. I think you look great.
That's exactly how it happens.
And it's every time, like,
what, are you making fun of me? Yeah. No. Don't put that in your, put that in your little skit.
Oh, you think these pants make me look like a woman a little bit? What do you think, I'm a queer? You think I have dreams about men having sex with me? You think that's really what I'm scared to talk to my wife and kids about?
Yeah.
Why don't you put that in your little skit?
You think I have a burner phone with Grindr on it? Yeah, it was insane.
And it's every time, and it's like, dog, I think you look good unironically. But yeah, that's with older people. It's such a hurdle for them.
It is. It's so funny.
They think we're trying to penetrate their truth.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to get out of this interaction.
That is exactly how it is.
Yeah,
It was the who's who of put that in your little skit.
Put that in your little skit.
It was.
Oh, you got to put that in your skit.
Yeah.
You ever listen to Joe Rogan? I'm like, sir, I don't know what country club my dad met you at. You're not supposed to be in my face right now, okay? No.
Yeah, what do you think of that guy? I don't know you heard of him. Rogan, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan. You should do one of your little skits with him.
Yeah. You should get on that podcast.
Yeah, it's a good podcast. Yeah, oh my God. But yeah, I can't. I don't know if anything has ever been good. I've been instructed to put in one of my little skits.
Yeah. No. It's got to come from a comic. We're in a conversation like, oh, you should put that. You should do that on stage. Yeah.
You know what? The time you have something good is when a comic tells you got to do that, and you can hear the disappointment in their voice that it didn't happen to them and it's not theirs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anytime I'm like, that's good.
Yeah. If you're talking to somebody and you say a really funny joke and they don't laugh and they go, you should try that. That's better than them hysterical laughing because they're just upset. Yeah. They had to gather themselves and say, fuck.
Yeah. You know what? One of the saddest things about being in comedy is
what?
The realization, and it's not true, but like in comedy, like laughter means nothing. It means nothing. I need somebody to be like, that's good.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
And that means more than. Well,
that's why I love performing for Black women.
Yeah.
Because they'd be like, that's funny.
Yeah,
they'll say it.
It's like a
or you stupid.
Yo, you stupid.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm fucking dead. That's like a Nori's joke. Nori's joke from his Don't Tell. He's like a lot of kids.
Oh, his little cousin.
They don't even laugh. They just go, "You're funny."
Yeah.
I'm dead. Screaming. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's if you meet a comedian and you have the urge to tell them to put something in their little skit, just think one more time.
Yeah.
One more thought, because I can't put that in my skit.
No. There's just nothing to put in this.
It's just not. And in a way, that's way sadder than whatever you're insecure about, is the fact that not only are you insecure about it, but there's no utility to it.
Yeah.
It also can't be used to bring joy to the world. It's just a sad thing about your life.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
And it does.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just what it is.
It's really funny.
Yeah. It's just the truth.
Yeah.
And it's just what it is. Shout out to Ebaums World. You know what I mean? No, but Ebaums World, what a specific time in life. I'm happy that it touched so many generations.
I know. Me too. When you said you knew it too, I was like, what?
Yeah. Isn't that nice that we get to share stuff?
I like that.
It's good that.
Yeah. Let's go ask Jeeves.
Yeah. I do remember that right at the tail end of Jeeves.
Yeah, okay.
I used to have
before Google.
I used to have an Ask Jeeves joke. Yeah, Ash Jeeves, that was a very specific thing. I would remember. I can't remember nothing else. Parents got divorced, blocked a lot of it out.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there. But they're both happily married now. Shout out to my family.
Yeah.
Moving on. Samantha and I, we were discussing what we wanted to do this summer coming up.
Yeah.
And a big thing for us now that we're in Astoria, we're not too far from Astoria Park. We're gonna go on more picnics.
Yeah.
So we're like trying to get picnic baskets and picnic blankets.
Yeah. All of that good stuff.
And all that good stuff. And
get a little sun.
Get a little sun and go on a nice romantic picnic.
Yeah.
And we're thinking about how nice it is, and we haven't really done that yet. And did you ask me if I had ever been on a picnic? What was it?
No, I just thought, because there's like, we were sitting in Astoria Park.
Yeah.
And a lot of couples were passing and they had like baskets and like, like laying out. And I was like, if you're seeing someone that's not official yet.
Yeah, if you're just dating someone.
You're just dating someone. Is a picnic too intimate?
Yes.
I agree.
A picnic is unfortunately more intimate than unprotected sex. I don't make the rules. I just communicate them. And people say, oh my God. But then they think about it for one more second. They go, that's just true.
Yeah.
Taking somebody on a picnic, you're sending a message that words cannot convey.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's way too romantic.
It's way too romantic. You can't take me on a picnic and then tell me you're not looking for anything.
Yeah.
It's like, babe, was it something in the yogurt dip that I made?
Was there raisins in the potato salad?
Yeah.
Is that raising issues for you? If we're on a picnic, we go together.
Yeah.
You can't do a casual picnic.
Yeah, did I not get the right chips?
Yeah, if there's two people and a blanket on grass, you're a couple.
You're a couple.
Unless there's like
you go together now.
Unless it's a group picnic party.
Yeah, that's different.
But like if it's a one-on-one picnic, it's a really romantic.
Yeah, we go on a picnic, we go together real bad.
Yeah, real bad. No, picnic, because a picture says 1,000 words.
Yeah.
A picnic says 3 words, and those words are "I love you."
Yeah.
Nobody, like, if you're a single dude taking chicks on picnics as a date, you're a fucking monster.
Yeah. It says 3 words. You're my girlfriend.
Yeah, you're my girlfriend.
Yeah.
This is you can't. That's such a you're making a step. That's unfortunately when you live the life of and I'll use this term because there's not a better one. When you live the fuckboy life.
Yeah.
When you're not trying to commit, there are things you're not allowed to do.
Yeah.
Picnics are one of those things. Mm-hmm. Holding hands. Can't hold hands.
Yeah.
What else can't you do? Better you should be saying these things for all the guys out there listening. If you're listening to this podcast and you're a dude, your girlfriend's forcing you to do it.
Yeah.
So, but if you are single and you're out there, what are things that like you really can't do? Because I think that's an important line to draw.
Yeah, I think no forehead kisses.
No forehead kisses. That's fair.
Don't forehead kiss me.
Forehead kisses are tough because that, in my mind, would be like the most I can do. Like, I should be allowed to do that because that sends the message that I don't want to send, but keeps me in there. It's like a cheat code.
Like, on the forehead?
No, I'm saying I do it because of the fact that you're taking forehead kisses off the table is very smart for you.
Yeah.
But as a guy, I'm like, I want to argue for forehead kisses.
You like a forehead kiss?
I should be able to give a forehead kiss and not care about you.
That's
if I'm
crazy.
a fuckboy.
You like a forehead kiss?
No, but I'd like what it does to women, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's the lowest bar to actually be deceiving somebody.
Yeah.
With. But you're right.
Can do.
You're right. No, you're taking it off the table. You're a smart person to have at the helm of these talks. All right, so forehead kisses. What else?
In my country, we don't allow that.
Yeah. Forehead kisses are, you might as well be fucking kissing my grandmother on the forehead.
Don't do that. You can't, no forehead kisses, no holding hands.
Of course.
I argue a cuddle.
Yeah.
You gotta keep, don't confuse me.
I think now you just want... casual sex, some lines have to be blurred for this to be fun.
Fun for who?
In general.
If you don't want anything, you don't want... These are the perks that come along with having a girlfriend. You get to cuddle, you get to give forehead kisses, you get to hold hands, and all that stuff. You don't get that shit for free.
From any Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Yeah, you got all of it for free.
Yeah, I know. I did. I took some liberties, and I actually feel really bad about a lot that I'm going to try to keep making it up to you. But if you don't want to blur those lines, you gotta give these women a fighting chance.
Yeah, you do.
If you're kissing this broad on the forehead after a picnic date, what the fuck is she supposed to do?
Yeah, but she's pregnant. Yeah. you take me on a picnic, you kiss me on my forehead, you hold my hand, I'm having your child.
And I'm keeping it.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
Yeah. All of a sudden he looks up, he's in a maternity shoot.
Yeah.
I'm in a long gown.
Yeah. What a thing that I think guys will do that you can't do, unfortunately. You can't call every day.
No.
If you're talking every day, you're sending a message.
Yeah, you're sending
regardless
a message.
of what the messages are saying, like consistency.
Consistency.
If you're being consistent, that's what are you trying to do here?
Yeah. You also can't send a good morning text.
No, I can't send a good morning text. What kind of asshole are you?
You don't text me before noon.
Yeah.
If we're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Maybe generally being thoughtful.
Yeah.
I think generally being thoughtful is actually pretty fucked up if you don't plan on doing anything about it.
Yeah.
Don't.
And here's the thing, just don't have casual sex. Just doesn't work out.
Don't be crazy. Have casual sex, but just make sure you hate the person.
Yeah.
So that no lines are blurred.
Yeah. No hanging out in the daytime.
Yeah, no hanging out in the daytime. You got to really be over the top of an asshole, and in that way, ironically, you are respecting this woman as much as you possibly could be.
Exactly.
By being your truest asshole self. But are there any things that, like, what are your favorite things that women do when they're in a situation like that, like a situationship?
Yeah.
To try to send a message.
To try to send a message
without being like, what are we doing?
Oh, yeah, like selfies and shit.
Yeah,
you got it.
Woman's good. You see a woman post a selfie and you go, "This is the most unhappy woman I've seen today."
Yeah, you look at this woman, she posts a selfie, you go, your anxiety's through the roof. He hasn't texted you since yesterday. You understand?
Yeah.
You're waiting for that text.
Yeah.
And
you're just unsure of where you stand.
Yeah. And so you just need to see if he's going to look at your story. Yeah. And if not just look at it, he's got to react to it. And it's just what it is. Yeah. And you know it's really bad when, because you guys text you, you post a story.
Yeah, of course.
Right? That's where you start.
That's what you got to do.
Post a story, maybe a couple hours later, post another one.
Wow.
Maybe. They're doing something else. Not like by yourself, just a selfie, but like you're out with your friend, you say, get a picture of me drinking.
Yeah.
So he knows I'm out. And then when you're feeling ultra desperate, what you're going to do.
This is level 3.
Yeah. You're going to post to the grid.
Oh, posting the grid. What are you putting there?
Yeah. You're gonna put living my best life.
Living your life like it's golden.
Yeah. You're just going to put a really happy caption.
Yeah.
And you're dying. The happier the caption,
the more miserable
you are.
Yeah.
And you're just going to do that. You're going to post a couple of pictures of yourself and things that you did that week.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be ended with a quote, maybe from Sex and the City. Like, maybe your soulmates are your friends.
Yeah. And to you are just sending, that's basically a war cry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Things, if you're reaching the grid post pick swipe life lately.
Yeah.
Things are worse than you could ever imagine.
Yeah, that's the bat signal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone come help me.
Somebody come
I'm not
fuck
well.
me.
Yeah.
Somebody come fuck me, because that's the only way this guy's going to pay attention.
Yeah. Someone answer my text.
And I just think that that's funny, because while you're doing that, you're playing these huge war games. You're fucking posting selfies, very meticulously posting quotes. You're playing chess, and then men, we're just fucking playing 2K. Yeah. We are not even on the same board game, babe.
Yeah, don't even notice.
No idea what's going on.
Yeah.
We're just seeing your story like, oh, she looks great. Oh, damn, I didn't know she was a Maya Angelou fan.
I didn't know she was an R.H. Sin fan.
Oh, you know what? I used to date a girl that was a big Rupi Kapoor fan. You're seeing the girl that you post literature, and you're like, why does every girl I talk to read How to Lose Her by Juno Diaz? You understand? Why is that?
Well,
What's the connection?
That's absolutely, it's perfect.
Do you know that book?
Yes.
Have you ever read it?
No.
Oh, fuck. Dog, in college, and it wasn't even, I just noticed, like, it's not like I was doing anything wild, but I would just notice every girl posting this book. I'm like, what man is running through my community?
Yeah. It's when you're here's how down bad I was.
How down bad?
I wasn't posting quotes.
Yeah.
I bought a poem book.
Oh my God.
I brought my ass to Barnes and Nobles. I went to the one that they had, and it was on like 40-something street.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I went, I bought it, and I took a picture of me reading it on the train. You guys, you think you can just press share to your story. You've never been down bad like a bitch like me.
Yo, that's crazy, Samantha.
Had the book.
You bought a poem book?
Bought a poem book.
Oh my God, did it?
It's a great book, actually.
Did the contents of it help?
No, it was a wonderful book.
I think the only thing sadder than putting yourself out on Front Street and stories with quotes and selfies to show that you're unbothered, which means that you're bothered, is actually trying to do that work on yourself unironically in private. I think that's really sad. You understand? And I'm so sorry you went through that.
And it was
when you feel so bad that you're like, I can't even show this.
Yeah.
That is depressing.
No. I mean, I took a picture of it. People had to know I was reading it.
Okay, good.
Don't be ridiculous.
All right, so it was performative a little bit.
It was a little performative.
Well, thank God.
But I also, I was a little performative.
If you're turning to poetry and without irony, that's crazy.
Yeah. I did read that book start to finish. And the book is by a Dominican author. So I was doing my part. A woman.
Yeah.
And it's called Letters to the Men I Have Loved.
Oh, my God.
It's a great book.
Nothing you've ever done or thought has been original. That's the most basic shit.
I bought a book.
I love that, though. That's really funny.
And sometimes I would go on lunch and then sit in a park and read the poem book.
I think things that we do when we're sad over romantic situations.
It's hysterical.
They're some of the funniest things. I always say my favorite moment. I was in Puerto Rico. And we were on a beach. My family went back to the B&B, and I just stayed out on the beach, like drinking a beer and listening to music.
Yeah.
And then I'm just looking at the sunset on the beach in Puerto Rico, sad. And then immediately I'm like, this is so funny. I have no bitches. That's all this is about. I'm just here in the most beautiful place on the planet, listening to my favorite artist with no bitches. With no bitches. This is just funny.
It's just funny.
It's just a funny thing, and I'm really upset about it.
Yeah.
And it's just hysterical.
And the thing is that you would have never thought to watch a sunset with her, just doing it by yourself, just for the sadness.
And maybe,
just for the sadness.
Maybe if I would have fucking pulled her to do something nice like that every once in a while, she would have
left your ass. Yeah.
So fucking funny.
Yeah, you're just watching the sunset.
So funny. Yo, that is hysterical.
Just wanted to do it for yourself.
That's just really fun.
It is.
Just the fun. That's what being alive is about.
It is.
It's not about success. It's not about money. It's about going through things that make you really feel something and then talking about those experiences and realizing how funny they are.
Yeah. It's just really funny. And
that's hysterical. I never thought of it like that. That's so funny.
Yeah. You just took yourself on a romantic date.
Guys always do that.
Yeah.
We get heartbroken and then we turn into the person that our partner was begging us to be.
Begging you to be.
They go to the gym. Now they want to get their money up. Now they want to do stuff.
Yeah, they want to watch sunsets.
It's like, motherfucker, if you were doing this, we wouldn't have had a fucking problem.
Yeah.
And then you get the girl and you go, wait a minute, I fucking hate this shit. Let's watch the Knicks.
Yeah. You're just sad by yourself. You take yourself to a paint and sip.
Oh my God, yo.
Just by yourself.
Yo, that's so fucking funny, man. Golly.
It's hysterical.
Men are funny people.
Men are hysterical.
We are very funny. That's such a good fucking point out. I love that.
Yeah.
Imagine if women did that. Imagine if women did that, got depressed and just hopped on the game.
Yeah. Just got depressed and all of a sudden we have season tickets to the Knicks.
just got depressed and became Derek Drescher.
You went to I'm part of every softball team.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
It's hysterical.
So funny.
But
what a silly life that we live.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the poetry book.
And I got 3 of them.
Are those books in this house right now?
They might be. They might be in this box.
I think the fact that juju is in this apartment is unacceptable, but very funny.
But it's also a really good. It's also very good. Like she writes.
Do you see those?
Writes like stories before her poems. Like explains like what this poem's about and like what drew her to write this. So you're reading like about her life. It is a book, but then you'll read the poem. And then she has one letters to women like me.
I want you to find that book, and I want to read a poem every episode for the rest of the existence of this podcast.
Yeah. I might have some things highlighted.
Yeah. Wow. You were highlighting literature. You were studying. You did what you could never do in high school. You were paying attention and trying to analyze a message.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that you felt like that.
Yeah. It was a bad time.
It could have been a good one. Nobody with a poetry book and things highlighted is doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the gag is nobody who's doing well is reading.
Yeah.
Too busy living.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. That's funny, though.
Hysterical. I checked the Barnes & Noble's website and went to one that I knew had the book.
Did anybody respond to that story that you posted?
So many.
Who? Guys?
And the guy that I wanted to.
Responded to you reading a poetry book?
Yeah.
What are we doing, fellas?
Who knows? I mean, it was a long time ago.
Well, you know what? I guess no. I would respond to that because if I was, let's say it was me. If I was dating you and we were on different pages and I'm trying to manipulate
I was definitely on a different page.
Yeah. Of my poetry book. Page 12 is my favorite one. Orange highlighter. And we're in different places about our situationship, and I'm trying to manipulate you and to continue to buy in to the bullshit that I'm selling. one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reward that behavior because I see you with a book and I go, this woman is broken. I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
This woman, this is a picture of a woman reading a book, but more importantly, it's a picture of a woman who has given up.
Yeah.
It's a picture of a woman who has nothing left.
Yeah. This picture of a woman who she's taking this picture 18 times trying to get the right angle so that you know that she's really into this book. And then immediately she closed the book and posted this to her story. And she went to Starbucks, got a little drink, and forgot that she had the book in her bag.
Yeah. This is a woman who loves you that you're going to just be allowed to take advantage of.
Yeah.
And that's just what you're trying to do.
Yeah. You know.
So you see that and you go, babe, I'm sorry about this. Let's go on a picnic.
I really feel like I'm here. I was put on this earth. So when girls feel like they're down bad, I could be like, never.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what things that I've done.
Samantha does what parents have been doing for generations. Like, you think this is bad.
Yeah. Let me tell you something I've done. I'm here to make the girls feel better about their bad decisions because I guaranteed I've made a worse one.
Yeah. You think you have it bad? I used to have to walk to school 25 miles.
Yeah, uphill both ways.
I used to have to walk to Barnes and Nobles. Poetry books.
Yeah, I was down bad.
That's a tough one. That's very funny though. I mean, you should. I love the pride you carry that with because that is very funny. Yeah. So you were down bad. You post pictures like that. Were you like a selfie quote poster?
No, I definitely started posting. Never really. Every now and then I'd post a selfie. I was never really a big selfie poster, but like a quote.
Yeah,
I'd fuck up a quote.
Did you have like a go-to quote?
No.
Do you have a quote that sticks out to you?
I mean, really, babe, I was really just seeing them, sending them to the story, sending to the story. Or this was Facebook at the time, so just like reposting it. So there is nothing that stood out because nothing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was this close to getting a tat. No.
Oh, really?
No,
Oh, that'd be funny. I feel like, we were older, so it's like it was a little different, I feel like, for you and I. But like, you said that when you stopped posting selfies, like to try to get guys to hit you up, what would you do instead?
Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't post a selfie because that's not really my style. You know what I mean? I would post something really funny. Yeah. That I knew that they would
post a little joke.
Post a little joke that I knew that they would think was funny because I'd be like, I know whatever bitch you're with because you're not texting me. Yeah. She's not as funny as me.
Yeah, she's not as good of a hang.
She's not as good as a hang. You're not gonna have as much fun.
Yeah.
And it always worked.
Yo, that
worked more than
the thirst trap.
Than the thirst trap.
Yeah.
It was because it would also I'd be specific. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like if it's something that we had discussed. You know what I mean?
Oh, you'd like air it out?
No. Like I wouldn't make the joke. Like if it was like I can't think of something right now, but like I like Kevin Hart. I'd post like a Kevin Hart. Yeah. Like, yo, this is so funny. Yeah. And like post this because I knew that they liked it and like they would notice it and then comment on it probably.
Who would have thought that men's weakness is just thinking that they are the funniest people on the planet and you getting close to just mirroring their sense of humor. Yeah. Just that being their absolute Achilles heel.
Oh, and put that on having brothers.
Yeah.
You have a brother long enough, and then you hear the way he talks about like, oh yeah, she's pretty, but this one's so funny. Yeah. And I was like, perfect.
Wow.
Perfect.
Hack the game.
Yeah.
So Samantha be talking to a dude. He had a couple of chicks on the roster, and like they're all upset with him. He only has so much time in a day. Only so many picnics to plan. You got one posting big cleavage pics. Yeah. Other ones posting ass pics. Yeah. And then you got Samantha in the third story going She can do this, but can she do this?
Yeah.
You understand?
That's so fucking funny.
I like the singer, about the mood and the Judah and the Springer.
And then I love to hear the guys like, damn, she just guessed me. Yeah. Man, she's just different, man.
Yeah. And then right after that, I'm just posting my poetry book.
Damn, this shorty is well read.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
What is the most like down bad thing you put in a story? Because that guys sometimes, I know gym stuff. I'm sure you've done that.
Oh yeah, I went through a whole gym phase.
Well, JC one time was going through his old stories, like before you started comedy, like you're like in your early mid 20s. Yep. And he's showing me stories, and I was like, "Come on,
yeah, man. Just the gym, no days off.
Just the gym.
I was a no days off.
Just
guy.
It's so clear that this is for whatever bitch you were trying
women,
to.
Not even it's just anybody who will bite.
Yeah.
Anybody who will say 2 words to me. Because one thing about me, I couldn't go after anybody. Just somebody show any level of interest.
Did it work? Did you go on dates because of those posts?
Not because of those posts explicitly, but like there was women in the stratosphere of my life, and like I would post the gym thing, show that I was working out, and then I try to make a funny caption in there, and like over time, somebody would say something.
You
You're
keep
dumb.
going at it.
I'll
You
wear
keep
you
going
down.
that algorithm. You keep going at that
You
algorithm.
keep hacking it away, and look at me doing the same thing now.
Yeah.
A different uniform. It's so I can't remember like any specific things, but if I went back into my like archive, that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
We'll do that for the next episode. Samantha and I, we're going to go back in our archives, and we're going to bring out the most down bad we've ever been.
Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed.
We'll try it.
Okay.
Let's shake hands on that. Try to remember for next episode. The most down bad we've ever been. It's just gonna be funny.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be funny. You have to get comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I want to be comfortable.
Honestly, though, I'm so much older than you, and I also wasn't big on social media as much. I wasn't big on stories as much as I was on Facebook. So I'm gonna have to go on Facebook.
Facebook to find those.
And then when stories came out, I wasn't a poster.
Yeah.
I was a lurker.
We should go back and just our like 3 most cringe posts ever. I'll do it. You'll do it.
Jeez.
We'll have next episode is going to be a cringe-worthy episode.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to talk about, speaking about like how women respond to adversity in their romantic life. Cardi B. She should teach a class on how to pop out after years of getting dragged through the mud. And make no mistake, losing every battle you engaged in.
Yeah.
Now you finally come out on top.
And is there anything? Here's the thing: guys are always they're focused on the quick wins,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm winning because I'm gonna win this all.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna throw my ass back at a man who's making way more money than you on a yacht.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be sitting at home asking for spousal support, and it's just pathetic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta keep your eye on the prize, and that's something a woman will always do. It's like you're beating me now. I will have the last laugh here.
When it comes to matters of the heart, men can win the battle. Very, very not. It is not often that a man wins the war. A woman is going to win that war.
I'm going to win that war.
Because guys, we just can't win.
You can't.
You can't beat a woman when it comes to like. Well, you can beat a woman, but like you shouldn't.
You shouldn't,
obviously. But you definitely can. Like biologically, but that's not what this is about. I'm sorry. You're not going to defeat a woman in matters of a breakup. No. Because for whatever, like, we've set society up to not benefit women more than it benefits men. Yeah. It's just true. If a man has sex with a bunch of people, he's the man. If a woman has sex with a bunch of people, she's a whore. Yeah. That's the general, I don't believe that, but that's how society is. Because we play by those rules, when a breakup happens and you were already dating somebody or married to somebody or with somebody, when she decides for herself that she doesn't care about her perception and she just leans into being a whore, you've lost. You cannot win that battle. It's easier for her to get laid. It's just easier. Her getting laid is gonna hurt way more. It's gonna hurt you way more than you. You've already been cheating on her the whole time. She's used to it. You've made her the strongest soldier you possibly can. And everybody knows that
for this at this point.
You built her for this. You built her for this. You built her up. You took her for granted. Now she's gonna go out there and be a whore. And not only is that gonna hurt you, but you wifed this woman. This was your queen, and now she's going and it's not a detriment to her character or a knock on her. But if she stops caring and she just starts getting with people, you look like an idiot. Yeah. Because either one, damn, dudes are going to be like, yo, this bitch is bad. Why did you leave her? Yeah. Or they're going to be like, why did you wife this whore? Yeah. You must be soft. And it never looks good on you. By the standards that we've set out. You can't win the game. It's not even being a whore. No, it's not being a whore. No. By society. By society. But I'm saying, not even doing that, we're just always going to win. You're going to win. When a woman is over you, she's absolutely over you. There's nothing that you can do to make her jealous or think about you at all in that way. Men will be like, I don't care. And you do. You do. And it takes women a long time. Like, they'll probably stay with a guy for longer than they should. Yeah. But once they're over it, they're over it. A guy will have a girl leave him and he won't get over that woman for 10 years. 10 years. Dog, I was making women pay for my 7th grade girlfriend until I was 26. That's crazy. Just what it was. Just what it was. We don't win these battles. We don't win these battles, gents. You got to stop playing because no, you can't. You just can't win. Offset looks like a fucking idiot now. Yeah, well, he is an idiot. Of course he's an idiot, but now he looks like an idiot. Yeah. For a little bit, like, he'd go do his thing and then he'd bring her flowers on stage and then she'd take him back and it's like he's doing clown shit, but she keeps taking him back, so he's winning. But now you just look, now you're a loser. And the reason why men always lose is, and I'm going to speak for every man on the planet, and even if this is not true for you, it is true for you. once your person that you used to date, like your ex situationship or your ex-girlfriend, your ex-wife, once they move on and they're genuinely happy with somebody else, if you haven't already moved on, somewhere in your brain is going to think, this guy's dick's bigger than me and he's having better sex with her and that's why she loves him more.
Jeez.
And it's just what it is. That is just every single guy's like that. That's what makes them feel empty inside. Oh, they moved on because this guy fucks better.
That's nuts.
And it's just what it is. It's just what it is.
Yeah. And I know that you just put your insecurities on every man.
Every man feels it. I'm not unique.
Yeah.
Everybody feels this way.
Yeah.
They're all talking about it.
They're all saying it.
This is all we're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's true, but that's what I think.
Yeah.
Because guys think it's so much more about sex for dudes.
Which is crazy.
Just the physical action, which is crazy because when you see a woman in love, it's like about everything. I think you tell me if I'm wrong. But all right, actually, I have a woman here. What is it about when it's like love, when you feel all these things?
Yeah, it's about everything. It's about the connection.
Yeah.
It's about the relationship and everything that comes along with it. Sex is obviously a part of that.
Yeah.
But like, if a guy is cheated on me, obviously you're like, I hate that you had sex with someone else. And the thought of it is bothering me. But it's everything else. Like, what did you share with this person? I think we've talked about it on the pod.
We have, yeah.
Yeah, and like
for guys, it's so much more about the physical action of sex.
And I think that, I'm not saying you, but a lot of people, all they see women for is sex. So like all the other stuff, which is what you should be upset about. It's like she's, all of her dreams and everything. She's talking to this guy about it, and she's, 100% herself, and she feels safe with this man.
Yeah, and all you want to know is if she sucked it or not.
Yeah, which is crazy.
But that's just, I don't know if it might be a deficiency in our brains where we can't get past that.
Yeah.
But it's such a huge thing. If you don't think that's what Offset is upset about,
100%.
It's not even about his kids, bro.
No, I think it's also about the guy's got more money.
He's got more money and he's a cuter kid.
Yeah, definitely.
Because Offset's not ugly, but Stephon Diggs is a fucking handsome cutie patootie.
I know, but my friend that works at MSG, Samantha, she said she loves Cardi, and she was like, I don't like him.
Stephon Diggs?
Yeah.
Of course not.
Because he's
a fucking nightmare. Did you see the video of him on that same boat with 3 women around him offering them drugs?
Yeah. So
he's a nightmare.
She works at MSG, and like when he was there with Cardi, she said he was kind of rude, and she was like very sassy. Like he was more sassy than like Cardi, and like was being like kind of
standoffish,
like an asshole. And she's like, bro, stop trying to be a bitch.
Yeah.
You're the man here.
Yeah.
She like Cardi was cool and he was more like trying.
He's a diva. He's a wide receivers. Like in football, those are the most diva position. You know what I mean? So that doesn't surprise me at all. And honestly, it looks like Cardi has a type. Obviously. Like a kind of a man who's shorter than he's probably supposed to be, very handsome in the face, but he's a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm happy for her. I hope she honestly does move on. I don't think it's gonna be this guy forever, but I'm happy she's having a moment.
Yeah. Offset's not gonna get another victory until Stephon Diggs does the same thing to her.
Oh.
And then he's gonna be like, well.
I hope not. I hope if they stop talking, it's amicably, or like we don't ever hear about it.
Yeah, of course. But I feel like Cardi, they've popped out too hard.
Yeah, they have.
So now this has to work.
They both Instagram gridded each other.
This is the mistake for Cardi now.
Yeah, she shouldn't have done that.
Fucking with Stephon Diggs, very cool. Shaking ass on a yacht, iconic, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But now you're making him your man, and he's gonna embarrass you.
Yeah, he's gonna embarrass you.
And one thing about you, until you do it to him first, you can't be caught in these positions over and over, Cardi, by these men.
I know. It's really bad.
It's tough.
I do want to quickly shout out Tiana Taylor. Have you seen? She's with Mufasa.
No.
She's with Mufasa.
Oh, what a fucking handsome guy he is.
Yeah.
The internet dragged him way too hard randomly. Remember that?
What was that about?
I don't know. I think he had a white baby mom or something like that.
Oh.
I don't even know if that's true, but they all turned against him very fast.
Wow. It's almost like he has white in him. He's got green eyes. What do you mean?
Those were context.
Yeah, no, stupid. But I think she like posted like them she's a new video. One thing Tiana Taylor's gonna do
put her man in a video.
And they're gonna make up hard.
Yeah.
It's them two like making out crazy in a video.
It does make me happy to know that like men, we have our moves that we do. Like we get to the gym, we get sad, and women, they have their moves too.
Yeah.
They're playing a different game, but still got go-to moves. Oh yeah, and we all do it.
Yeah. They're just girls get a new guy and they just start videoing themselves at the supermarket with them.
Oh my God. Why is that?
No, I don't know. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I guess it's just because guys are like, it's not something you'd expect guys to be happy doing.
Yeah.
So it's like, not only is it a flex that I have this man, but I got him out here like this.
Yeah. Totally. Really, it's just a girl flexing for other girls. Like, look what I got.
What they should be flexing doing is like, this man is watching Housewives with me.
Yeah.
Because that's when he's like entrenched in your life.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's when the flexing should start. Any moment before that, you are counting your chickens before they hatch, babes.
I know. It's so funny because I always want to like go off on like couples content creators, but I'm like, we're so close. We're adjacent.
Oh, we're flirting with it.
Yeah. So
we're there.
No,
not like everything, but like we have thoughts.
What do you mean?
I think the ideas that we come up with are very coupley content creators.
Kind of, but like they're funny. And that's different.
Because we're different from other
And we're
girls.
also doing it in the house because we've got a little bit the thing called shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not taking the fucking tripod out to fucking Trader Joe's.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true.
But
but those people just love each other.
Yeah.
They love each other, but they do it like losers, am I right?
Yeah.
Nah, they can never do it like us. We do it different. You know how we do it? We record an amazing podcast. We edit out all the parts where we were at each other's necks a little bit. And when I say we, I mean me. I had a little attitude. I'm sorry the Knicks lost and you were trying to be funny and I didn't let you. Mm-hmm. And, and we just cut that out.
Yeah, we just cut that out.
We just don't put that out there. We're just giving you exactly what we want to see.
Yeah.
We've
curated.
We are the fuckboy to your innocent woman at home.
Yeah. We've gaslit you.
You
think we're solid? We're not.
We're selling you a dream. We will never take you on a picnic. Just kidding. We will. And then we'll steal your money and your time.
Yeah.
And you will never see benefits on the back end. We don't plan to be here for you when you need us. No, I'm kidding. We love you guys, man. That's going to do it for another amazing episode of Soft Launch. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really got to get these new dates out. I'll do that tomorrow. So if we get those dates, we'll put them in the description. But just be out on the lookout for our next Soft Launch live show. New venue coming soon. The next In Rhythm show probably be at the end of this month. Just have the date and we'll send it to you guys. But other than that, like, subscribe, comment. Fucking every time you see us post, interact with it.
Please.
You know what I mean? We love you guys. Thank you guys so much for listening. I've been JC Mendoza.
I'm Samantha Santos.
We'll catch y'all next week.
Bye.
Peace.